Hey there.
Howdy.
Did you hear Electro-Harmonix put out a new pedal?
Yeah, they did.
It's I hear it's based on our favorite pedal, the Rat.
Yup.
Yes, in fact, we did our research. We looked it up. We Googled. We read the manual.
Yep, I read it.
And yeah, it's based on a Rat too. It's the Flatiron Fuzz from Electro-Harmonix.
Yeah.
So we've got one here, and we've also got Reese's bountiful basket of goodies surrounding it. So which one do you we're going to do a comparison. Which one do you think we should do?
Yeah, I think a fair head-to-head would put it with something in the Rat 2 generation, maybe something a little newer. So that would be this one.
All right.
That one's, yeah, it's from 98.
All right. So we got a 98 Rat 2 we're going to side-by-side it with. Reese, what you playing on today?
Playing on a cool salvaged Japanese P-bass from 88 that I put a Lawler pickup in, and of course I have it tuned down to C standard.
All right. Well, we've got that going into my Ampeg B15N, so classic P-bass into an Ampeg kind of idea.
You can't go wrong.
Here's our clean tone in 3, 2, 1.
All right, well, we got that out of the way.
Yeah, there we go. So we'll be trying to do a pretty direct comparison of the Flatiron to a Rat 2 today.
Yeah, we'll start with kind of my go-to settings for bass. Volume cranked, filter rolled off to, warm it up, and, not too much gain, just enough to make it angry sounding.
Yeah, just good bass tone.
Yeah.
And then we'll try to set them to where they sound about the same at a higher gain setting, a little more flamethrowery. Just see how those compare. Try to get the low and the high gain.
Yeah, take it to the fuzzier territory that it's capable of.
Yeah, it is named a fuzz, but I think that kind of belies it. And a Rat's not really fuzz, in my opinion. It's all subjective. Anyway, here's some riffs.
Well, that was fun.
Yeah, those were some sounds.
Definitely.
So, basically thoughts. It's a rat.
Yeah, I think that's probably my favorite part about it is it's just normal. Electro-Harmonix managed to do what almost no other manufacturer seems to want to do, and not try to fix the rat.
Yeah, they didn't add some mods or features that the original didn't have. They just kind of made a comparable rat.
Yeah, I think, trying to fix or change the quote-unquote character flaws that are inherent in the rat ends up creating a different pedal.
Yeah.
And that's fine.
But it's like an element of the original ProCo rat is the unrefined nature.
Yeah.
And most of those mods tend to refine it, which just comes up with something new.
Exactly.
The filter knob is backwards.
That's a ding.
But,
I'm kidding. That's
just
fine.
From absolute purists. And it does have a smoother taper. It seems like it gets less bright, like, as suddenly.
Yeah, it definitely seems like there's a more subtle blending of those high frequencies, whereas a lot of the rats, not all of them, but a lot of them,
a lot of the ones I've
get really glassy really fast. I mean, it's filter all the way up, and then as soon as you breathe on it, it's like, oh, all right.
Yeah.
Stabby time.
Yeah. And it seems like the Flatiron has pretty stout amount of output.
Yeah, comparatively, like at the maximum volume setting, which is where I normally kind of leave my rats, because they're not typically not loud. I mean, they're louder.
They're not like, not getting over unity,
yeah.
But
this one definitely...
Much. This one we had to roll back in order to be comparable, basically.
And that's probably pretty cool for people that really do want it to be louder.
Yeah, like if you've had a rat too that you liked how it sounded, but it just didn't, cut the mustard with output, you might actually want to just try out a Flatiron Fuzz.
Yeah, I think so.
Just kind of another pretty solid EHX release, essentially.
Yeah, I think one of the interesting choices that they made that I was kind of surprised by was actually picking a IC chip that's a lot closer to the kind of overhyped LM308.
Yeah.
It's definitely a key part of the signature of the rat because of how inefficient it is. It's such a I mean, it was made for medical testing equipment, so it's like not even really designed to pass audio, and that makes the pedal so much different than other hard clipping distortions. And Electro-Harmonix actually picked a modern equivalent that's closer. The current ProCo product, while it's pretty consistent, they're using a more efficient chip, the OP7, and that's, again, not a bad thing. It's just different, and it doesn't do the same grimy, grungy, gross thing that the LM308 does.
The certain, as the French say, the I don't know what.
So what they did, they went with the LM741, which is, at least amongst the component sniffing nerds out there, it's closer. I mean, it's not going to be an exact replication, but you can get it. It's less expensive than trying to buy LM308s.
Yeah, they could probably easily source 10,000 of them. And,
it does get closer. I think this, having bought a ton of rats and played a lot of rats, this is really a pleasant surprise. Just something that's accurate.
Yeah.
Without being pricey, because that's the other, I think, the really cool factor here is you're looking at a $72 pedal.
For something that sounds legit.
That you're going to be able to go get at any retailer online, versus the, I hate to admit, sort of escalating prices of, 90s rats.
Because now even 90s Rat 2s are getting up there to where they're costing more than a brand new Chinese Rat 2.
Yeah, they are.
And, functionally, they're all rats.
Right.
Like, you can care about this as much as you want, but if a rat's going to sound good, you can probably just buy whatever rat.
Yep.
And it's going to sound good. So, all over, it's a pretty decent thing. Check it out. Hope you enjoyed this video. We had a great time making it. This is clearly a passion subject of ours. And,
if that wasn't already clear.
Yeah. So, leave us a like, give us a comment. What do you think? What do you think about Electro-Harmonix making a ProCo Rat 2, essentially?
Yeah.
What do you think of the aesthetics? I don't think it looks as good as a Rat, but I also don't think most pedals look as good as a Rat.
Rats
So,
are,
it's iconic.
that's what we're into.
Yeah, anyway, I'll see you later at Danny's.